Hello everyone, this is Benjamin from the Mr. McGregors. Today I'm going to be showing you, this is my opinion, of course, but she's jumped the table. My cat, Pepper. So, basically I'm going to be kind of recommend to you if you're just starting out in the hobby, which locomotives you want to look for and what you don't want to look for. And just the warnings on some of them. So, without further ado, let's get started. And hope you enjoy the video. First off, we're going to start with the least locomotives I don't really like. Well, okay, scratch that. I love them. They're one of a kind. But we're going to start off with my first to last one of this range. So here we have, you've seen it on some videos, the collection. It's my Santa Fe F7 Bachmann number 307. This is the worn bonnet paint scheme. I learned that these are really common. I found one that ran, but it's not in the great shape. Sorry. Pepper. The horns are gone. One of these are missing. It runs great. The light's really bright. It is pretty strong thanks to the traction tires. You can see them right there. Hang on, let me show you the motor. Alright, so here's the shell. You'll probably see some of these around. These probably would be easier to fix if you find one that's not broken. Anyway, here is the drive and motors. You can see there's some weights right there. You can see where the light is and all the wiring to the motor. Pepper. Sorry. You can see all that now. It's the only one I'm going to show you, as the other one is I looked into it. This is the second time filming this video as Pepper got on the camera way. So my opinions have changed on some of these. Oh, not some. But if you're just looking for something cheap and whoa. That's like, what happened? Is it a clip-on or something? I don't know. But yeah, there's the wheels of them. Whoa, Pepper! I'm surprised she's still even on the table, as me and Papa just put on. So you can see right there. There it is. There it is. You can see it more clear right there. So, and I'm gonna see if I can't get this truck back on. This never happened to me before, though, so this is all new to me. I need some light to see. Oh, there we go. Alright, the wheels are on. Now let's see what's going on with the truck. Oh, it's a clip-on. You just gotta... And voila! Just like so, it's back on. Now, I'm not gonna mess with this any longer. So, sorry, my nose itched. Next we have, I got this at a train show. By the way, I got this at a flea market for 20 bucks. Used to be 25. I got it along. Sorry, my phone broke. Coupling broke on one of my coaches. I got it along with this Lifelike 040. It's not really, it's gonna appear in this video, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's continue on with this Bachmann Union Pacific diesel locomotive number 284. This works great. It's a nice little diesel you can use for freight hauling. If you have another, you can change the number and just put it behind. I've seen another before, but that one didn't have a box, and this one said it ran. But one of the things I need to warn you about is that these older Bachmanns, I have learned that some of them can have their gears can crack. So as long as you make sure it runs, you're good to go. This one's ran great. It was basically one of my first freight diesels. Yeah, that's something you should probably get if you're looking for something to get a Union Pacific diesel. Alright, next up is another Union Pacific, but my only 040 American type. This is Bachmann 119. This one runs great. It's got traction tires along with the other two. I did not mention that. It has the motors and the tender. It's tender driven. So basically, as long as the tender wheels are on the tracks, it's still gonna run. Yeah, it's a pretty neat little locomotive. I really like how it's detailed, especially for this older one. And you really find this anymore. I really need to find a Jupiter in the old Bachmann. Hopefully, it's not broken. All right, these two are different from the rest, and these are really good. I prefer the one over the other as the one needs more work. But here we're going to have this Burlington Northern 181 by Lionel, 1976. I actually found the commercial this was featured in. So it runs great. It sounds like the Bachmann. Excuse me. The Bachmann's a lot. I did find out the other day that the screw, see right there if it's going to focus, is stripped like really badly. I'm going to see if I can't get into it and see what's rattling in here. But yeah, that's the front. It's driven by the front. Why is my nose itching? It's driven from the front. It runs good. Found it for 20 bucks. If you ever find something like this from Lionel, you're good to go. They'll run. Yeah, but the only problem for me is that since it has knuckle couplers on the tighter, like my 18 radius curves, it'll derail. That was the problem with this one before that I replaced it to knuckle couplers. Alright, next one is another Burlington Route 989. I put knuckle couplers on it because it had the problem with derailing cars. It's a Cox locomotive. I've actually been under this. It looks really good under. It runs. It's quiet when it's slow, but it gets really loud, just like one of my other locomotives. Yeah, there's nothing much to say, but it's a nice little diesel freight engine. If you're looking for something, if you ever find this in a box, I would get it as long this one I tested this one first, and it ran perfectly with no hesitation. This one has some hesitation. I thought it wouldn't work, but it works, and I'm really happy with it. Alright, on to the next few of the engine locomotives. Alright, I'm only going to show two of these as, you can't see that, but over here is you can see right here is the 2662 locomotive. I really like that one. I'm not going to show that as that is very scary to pick up. But first, we're going to go on with the Mantua stuff. These guys are really tough. I had a Mantua the chassis system, and it fell on the floor, supposedly what the guy said. But yeah, it actually it ran for a while before it finally was like before it finally decided it was gonna stop working. It didn't pick up power, so I don't know what happened. I tore it apart. I can't find anything for it. But anyway, Okay. Anyway, this runs really good. I got a train set. Same place I got the Burlington Northern. This is really good. I really like the paint scheme, and I have a train museum on my layout that's right now on the display. But I'm gonna switch around. Everything's gonna sit there. So right now it's just really good. Next up is this one's tough. Like, even if this had full speed going into plexiglass, the plexiglass would stop it, but there might be a crack. This is the Mantua Tyco, Baltimore, Ohio. I don't know what this type of steam engine is. Number 5314. It's a 462, and I mean it is. What is that? Do you see that too? That is weird. Okay. Anyway, back to this. So this is the boiler's die cast. This runs great. It's very strong. It's pulled. This is pulled more of my bigger trains. Doesn't need any help. But it runs really great. I only run it on the outer line since it's so big. I don't know. Nice. Do you see that too? I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. That's odd. You see that? That's weird. Anyway, so the last video was gonna be 20 minutes anyway. So there is my new Conrail EM50. SDM50, I don't know, I'm not caught up to date with diesel names. This one's really cool. It's Conrail. I got it for 45 bucks train show. It runs really great. It pulls some cars. It pulls smoothly, and I'm just really happy I came across it before someone else. I was about to leave it, but I'm like, I'm gonna get it because Papa said don't get junk. And that's what I basically get at train shows, because I don't have room for most of this stuff. But anyway, this one runs really great. I'm really happy with it. If you end up coming across these, you should get it if you find one. But the problem is with some of these. So if you have a layout condensed in a room in a tiny space and you have nothing bigger than 18 radius, I would not recommend these 6 wheels. The sharpest they can get is 22 radius. Now, if you have those, perfect. This will run great along with any other 3-wheelers. But you should probably not get you should probably get something like this or the Cox, whatever is not 6 wheels. But I do have 22 radius curves, so pretty much anything can run on it except for the Pennsylvania Railroad T1. Do not run that on anything bigger. Do not run that on anything smaller than 22 radius curves. I've never seen it, but a guy at train show said it jumps at 18 radius and needs to be pushed on 22. And I have 22, so. But I wouldn't recommend it. But this I would recommend if you do have 22 radius curves. Next one is this one came in a set I got for $100. Technically, it's my worst purchase I should probably not have made. But I got a train set with this, and I have another one and 2 dummies and 1 powered. So these are really great, actually. They pull a lot. They pull up to 50 cars, and I can basically just get 30 cars on here. That's the biggest I can go without having another train on the other line. But basically, these are really good. These are power model power, I believe, and these are really good sharks. They're highly detailed, and I know they're a little old, but they are great runners. Anyway, let's get on to some of the ones I do recommend if you're just starting out. Alright, so let's start out with the starter sets. I have a few. I have 2 Bachmann, but I'm going to start off with my first one. So, I know they don't make this one anymore, but they still have a lot of them. Holy cow. That is true. Anyway, so here is my Bachmann 060. I got this at a hobby shop that's closed down now, sadly. I got this in I don't remember what train set it was, but they don't make it anymore. You can still buy them though. well, you can still buy these in starter sets, like the Tender I have around, but you can get a Union Pacific one, a few others that are not DCC. If you're looking for DC stuff, most of this is DC. I only have one DC locomotive, and that's under repair right now. That just runs on the controller. I'm not gonna get that. So basically, you take a controller. Ignore that. You take a controller and go at full power, then they will run to DCC, and you can run another locomotive and have it sound. It's the Lionel Polar Express. That's the one I highly recommend. Anyway, let's go to the one that is still around. Santa Fe Bachmann F7. Now, this doesn't have any gear chipping at all. Gear cracks at all. So basically, I'll put a link in the description for this train set. It's not that expensive on Amazon. It's actually $120. I thought it was $160. No. But if you're looking for an express locomotive that you would like to, if you would like to use, you can use it right here. You can take it and use it, basically. You can take and use it as long as you have coaches. It'll be nice little freight set. It did come with 2 cars. It came with a Wabash gondola and a Delaware and Hudson hopper and a Santa Fe caboose. But it's pretty good, and it's really great on a lot of this stuff, and it pulls well. And it's easy to get into. Now, if you're a little kid watching this and you are begging your parents to buy something, buy a train set, and you can get one of those. But if you're a Thomas Tank Engine fan, just get one of these starter sets. Bachmann is releasing an 80th anniversary train set. They don't make this train set anymore. It's a freight set. It came with Scruffy, a red van, a cattle van, and a milk tanker. These are really good. This one's lasted me 10 years. This little Thomas Tank Engine has lasted me 10 years so far. So I got it 10 years ago. That's pretty much it. That's all my recommendations. I do have a lot more stuff on my wish list, though. But I hope you enjoyed the video on my recommendations. Now, remember, I love all my locomotives the same way. But I don't really run some of them as much because of their age. I'm very careful with this one, as this is from the late 60s. No idea when this is from, but they're old, they're vintage. They're about, if that's from the 60s, then it's turning 60 this year. That's from a 1968 catalog from Tyco. I think I'm gonna try and keep that as long as I can. I've seen a whole bunch of others before, but none of them are as good in condition as mine. Excuse me. I usually have a lot of problems with finding a lot of this stuff. Just go to train shows and hobby stores, hobby shops, and try and find a locomotive you're looking for. Make sure it runs. And when you find a used locomotive you want to go, if they have a test track, you want to go and ask for it to be tested. So they'll probably test it for you, and if it does run, then you can take it home. Anyway, that's it for me. Make sure to subscribe and like, never miss another video. It's going to take a while for part 3 of my layout update to be out, as well. It's going to be another video. We filmed making the plexiglass, putting the plexiglass on. If you missed it, we have done a live stream last night, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I have done a few things on layout work, but I am missing. This is going to take a trip to the hobby store, but basically I got a whole bunch of people and metal wheels to help along my stuff. Hope you enjoyed, like I said, and maybe I don't know, anyone have any questions, comments about these, I'll be happy to respond in shorts. I can start doing showcase shorts and all that stuff. Alright, bye.